Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andy Nyman.
So, guess what's in it? So, having had on Severance, and truly I don't go out looking for this work, I've just stumbled into the horror stuff. It's a very happy accident. On Severance, they promised me my leg, and then fuckers gave it to the producer, so I never ended up with that. But on this, I didn't know I was going to have my head ripped off until the first day when I went in. It was originally just, and I realised that's wrong. There was an early cut of the series where being ripped in half didn't make it, and then that all got changed. So there was a slightly newer cut of this, but it's another story. So when they told me that I was going to have my head ripped off, I then went straight to the producer and said, "Are you doing it if?" And I think because I had such a ball on it, they were very, very happy and gave me the head. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give you the light hole, and I'll show you. It's still wet. And I should also, should also just say, you know, I truly did make that from the heart, because growing up with those books and all of that stuff, and I had never really seen that process really. I looked at photos in the Dixon Smith book and the Savini book and all of that, and so it was such a treat to be able to kind of do that, and I hope that some of that kind of came through to you. Anyway, here's the head. Oh, and no. It's really heavy. Keeps on going. There you go. That's the head. Slightly better breath than I have.
If any of you guys have got a couple of questions for Andy, we're open. Yes.
Why do you keep it in a creepy old sort of brown, rusty box?
Did you say why do you keep it in a creepy old...
Yeah, it's just the old...
What could be better than... What's that in that creepy old brown, rusty box? Oh, no, well, there are two reasons. The first is, you know, I'm married, I've got 2 kids, and I've already got my sort of... the room where I learn lines and I work and do my... It is a bit creepy anyway in there, because I've got a lot of horror stuff, and I love it all. And I was going to have that in a glass case, until my wife said, "You're not." And then I found this creepy, rusty old brown hat box, and I thought that's pretty good. So that's why it's in that creepy box. Any other questions? Anything? No. Oh yeah.
What's your favourite gory movie?
Ooh, that's a good question. I haven't really thought about that. I really, really love Switchblade Romance. I love it. And I was lucky, I did a film for NBC a few years ago, and I worked with, there's a really good director and everything, and they said, oh, there's a guy, an Italian guy who's doing it was a war film, he's doing the makeup, a guy called Ginetto. Ginetto Rossi! What, zombie fleshies? Ginetto Rossi! And I went to see this guy, and he did the makeup on that, so I get burned to death in this thing, and that was actually videoed. I'll have to dig that out. But he's a sculptor. I mean, that was amazing. He built on my face with clay and then just painted that. But Switchblade Romance, just the sheer balls out. Fucking what? You know, I love that. Yeah, but I love it all. Anyone? Any others? Yeah.
Your character in Dead Set. Did you take inspiration from any producers you worked with?
Yeah. Yes is the answer. There is one in particular, and then a bit of another one. I'm not telling you who. Next question. Yeah?
You enjoyed that shitting in a bin scene?
Yeah, you know, I spoke to my mum, God bless her. She hates horror. She's seen me go through the mill porn, you know, and there are some actors who never have to piss. I'm not in life, obviously. Never have to do anything like that. I've had 2 shits on screen. I've been covered in old man shit. I've been fisted. It's not what you want.
Tell us a little bit about the Christmas horror thing.
Yeah. So I've done a thing for the BBC that's coming out at Christmas called Crooked House, which is written by Mark Gatiss of League of Gentlemen, who's just brilliant. And I've known Mark for, 20 odd years. Jeremy Dyson, when I say gentleman, was my best man. We went to summer camp together when we were 12. So, grew up together. So I've known them for years and years, and we've always talked about and bemoaned the sort of tragic loss of the Christmas Ghost story on the BBC, and just how amazing it was to have Come to You and The Signalman and Warning to the Curious, proper, I think I'll probably have nightmares for 3 years now, scares as opposed to jumps. And for years Mark had been talking about doing a ghost story, and he's also a massive fan of the sort of anthology, portmanteau ghost stories and horror films. So he's written one. I'm not sure when it goes out at Christmas, but I'm in one of the 3 stories which is set in London in 1785. I don't shit. I don't know, the script is certainly scary. It's proper ghost story scary, which is the thing I'm sort of the biggest fan of, really. So I hope it's good. I'm sure it will be. They're all very, very excited about that. So it's coming out at Christmas, Crooked House.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Andy Nyman.
How do you think it went, Andy?
I think that they enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. They seem to be as big a bunch of geeks as I am, so it's a satisfying feeling. It's a nice feeling.
And you brought your head with you, which is the whole making of piece, what it's all about.
Yeah, I brought my head, which is graphic and lovely. Yeah, I love it.
And how many years have you been coming to FrightFest now?
I've been coming to FrightFest for 8 years, I think. 8 years. I love it. I try and structure everything August-wise if I can to get there in time.
So it must have been a bit of a strange thing for you to be I know you've been on stage before with Severance, but to be presenting something that's a purely personal piece of work.
Yeah, it was a little bit, but also it felt nice because I knew that, so many of those people I'm talking about stuff I felt when I was 12, knowing that they felt the same stuff, and, every little reference they knew and understood, so it's nice.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much to Andy Nyman.
Pleasure. Love FrightFest. I'll do anything you want within reason.
Thank you.
Pleasure.